when I realized that I was a better person for myself and those around me, every time that I looked after myself first, I thought, that's it. I'm going to make this a priority, and it's my motto. And when I do that, because I wake up very early, and that's the first thing that I do every single morning is looking after myself through prayer, meditation, and exercise, I'm a better human. I'm much easier to deal with. The cognitive side of my brain is banging. I'm incredibly productive between 7 and 11 in the morning. Those are the times that the people that work with me will get the best messages, the best ideas, because it's straight after I've kicked my body with the endorphin that I can give myself. Yeah. So when I say that it is a lifestyle, it's because everything around me has been affected by the fact that I am prioritizing myself.
Welcome my next guest, Jamile Davies. Jamile is a fitness and lifestyle influencer that is focused on mental, physical, and emotional intelligence and the creator of the Alpha Project. Also, she has been named one of the most powerful women in the world by US Today, and Hollywood Digest named Jamile one of the 9 top influencers you should follow in 2020. She is helping women embark on a journey that will help you become more self-confident, healthier, and fitter. Today's episode is all about creating and making your fitness and health a lifestyle. No longer accept excuses and choose to celebrate your health by taking care of it daily.
Thank you very much for having me, Eric. I've been looking forward to meeting you, and it's amazing that I finally get to be on your podcast.
Thank you so much. So I know you're traveling quite a bit. So where are you calling in from today?
I am in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. I'm back home. I haven't been here for the past 3 years. So as soon as I could visit it during this difficult times, I just flew back here to be with my people.
Oh, that's so amazing. And normally you're based in the UK, am I correct?
Yes, you are. I live in the UK. I've been living there for the past 20 years. So UK is home most of the time, but my heart is always here in Brazil as well.
Sounds magnificent. Well, I'm so excited to have you on today. I thought you were the perfect guest to bring on, as right now during this season of Passion, Love, Pursuit podcast, it's all about health and wellness. And so I really want to bring on experts in this area to talk about anything we could do to optimize our health. And so it's going to be a great conversation, I already know. So let's just start off in the beginning, telling us a little bit more about yourself. How did you become a fitness influencer and what led you into this industry?
Well, actually, I've always been into fitness. I think I can't remember when I started, because I began doing ballet from the age of 3 years old, and I've never stopped. So I've done ballet all my life. And it was actually when I became a mother and trying to juggle between motherhood, my professional career, that I found that time was very limited. So I could no longer attend ballet classes, so I started going to the gym. And then the gym has never been for me. It's an amazing place, but it was one that quite often I used to feel intimidated. But I was determined to carry on training, because I believe that the body is just the external consequence of how you're feeling inside. And exercise for me has always been a path of therapy almost, and I don't know any different. So it's not like I have a horror story, like I've come from illness or I suddenly had to change my lifestyle. I've always exercised, but becoming an influencer was when I was a lecturer. My background is academic. I was a lecturer back in the UK, and it was during a lecture that I was sharing with my students how they could optimize the usage of social media, that I've accidentally removed the privacy of my account. And And accidentally, by that I mean I've removed to show them what brands can do, and I forgot to put it back on to being private. And that week things gone out of control, and then I realized that in my social media, because it was a private account, I was sharing with my family and close friends my lifestyle, and they weren't interested in my academic side. What they want to do, if I was still exercising, traveling, enjoying nature, looking after myself and my family. So in my Instagram, because it was particular to Instagram at the time, was everything but my academic side. And I realized when everyone became more aware of what I used to do apart from the academic side, that people were interested. And I realized that people were hungry to learn more and more because life is busy. And I was like, okay, so I can help others in this way. And that's when I hired a personal trainer to develop a program for myself where I could do at home, because I did not want to go to the gym. And from that, just went on and developed to the Alpha Project when I've given up my academic career and decided to open the business and help as many people as I can. So that's
Oh,
how
wow.
in the summary.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what I would really love to touch on, because I truly believe that our fitness or health should become a lifestyle. It shouldn't be this goal to reach. It actually should be a part of you. And I think that's what I really want to touch on today. And I think that obviously it has been part of your lifestyle from the age of 3. So a lot of people that probably see you online, which I've seen your beautiful Instagram, obviously you have
Thank you.
amazing, amazing body, give you absolute credit for that. But it takes work to maintain that. And I think that's when it becomes a lifestyle. So I'm curious, how did you, how have you made this a lifestyle? Like, what is your priorities that you put in front of you to make it a part of your life, opposed to just, trying to reach the next goal or whatever it may be?
Yeah, throughout my whole life, I knew for a fact that I'm a better person when I look after myself. I knew that, but I think life, as you become a mother again and you grow up, you learn that self care is selfishness, which is a huge misconception. Because even to be good for my son, I need to be good for myself. If anything happens to me, he's gonna be left motherless. So it was when I realized I was okay to embrace me as priority, that I thought, right, it was such a weight off my shoulders when I thought, yes, I'm not going to go and cancel my training because I want to meet my friend for a coffee. I'm too lazy and I want to watch TV. I prioritize me because I enjoy. And that's a huge thing that we forget. As you said, it shouldn't be a chore. Looking after yourself, like we eat, we shower, we look after our family, we work. It should be pleasant because you're filling your cup. You cannot give if you don't have inside you. So when I realized that I was a better person for myself and those around me, every time that I looked after myself first, I thought, that's it. I'm going to make this a priority, and it's my motto. And when I do that, because I wake up very early, and that's the first thing that I do every single morning is looking after myself through
Mhm.
prayer, meditation, and exercise. I'm a better human. I'm much easier to deal with.
Yes.
The cognitive side of my brain is banging. I'm incredibly productive between 7 and 11 in the morning. Those are the time that the people that work with me will get the best messages, the best ideas, because it's straight after I've kicked my body with the endorphin that I can give myself.
Yeah.
So when I say that it is a lifestyle, it's because everything around me has been affected by the fact that I am prioritizing myself.
I
So,
absolutely
and
agree.
it's a pleasure.
It's so much. It's so important. My morning routine is so essential, and it really does throw me off when I don't get my workout in, or I don't do, my certain self care practices. It completely impacts the rest of my day. So I completely agree. So if anybody is struggling with the motivation to work out or anything, just know that when you start to take care of your body and you start to feel better in your body, it ripples into everything, and you're a better human, to parent, employee, whatever it may be. So I completely agree. So when people, I don't know if you get this commonly asked to you, how do you stay motivated? But I'm assuming a lot of that has to do
Absolutely.
with, so when people say like, how do I get motivated to keep this or to build this habit or routine, what is the first thing you would say to do?
Yeah, I think it sounds very cliche because we believe that motivation is something that you are born with. Yeah, motivation is created every single day through every single thing that you do. You can create motivation. When it comes to the Alpha Project, that's what we try and teach people, that the motivation for me will be different from what it motivates you. So it is incredibly important that you understand what is your why. Why are you doing this? And when you touch on that, you're going to create everything surrounding that why that will facilitate your desire to do it. There's absolutely
Love
no
that.
point if you know that you function much better in the morning, why postpone your workout for the evening? That is absolutely, it makes no sense. Why delay? Why postpone that pain? Because it will come. You either won't do it or you will do it half job. So when people ask me, I usually say, create an ambience that it will make you want to work. And that starts with your senses. We were all blessed with senses, vision, hearing, you speak, your smell, your touch. So start with your sense because it instantly will trigger in your brain the desire to do it. So whether it's preparing your clothing for training in the morning the night before, whether it's waking up in the morning and putting that happy music, there's absolutely no way that you're going to get motivated listening to Titanic. Yeah, you're going to drown with it. Put some music on, open the windows. It doesn't matter if it's raining outside. Put something that the sun will shine inside. Have a nice breakfast. Smile. Say the three things that you're grateful for and go for it. Don't think too much. Work out, but about thinking and plans, about doing. As you do, as you challenge yourself, it's something that will happen straight away. Nobody will say after finishing a workout that they regret doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody. I never heard anyone saying that. They will burn before and during, but never after. Yeah. So because your body will react straight away within 5 to 10 minutes, your body's awake and knows exactly what you're doing and will do everything for you to finish. So you are on a race to finish. So you're already ahead of the day before that you didn't do anything. When it comes to motivation, stop thinking. You know yourself. You know what works for you. Go and do those things. Yeah. You like to have a strong coffee in the morning, get it, down it, put the music on, open the windows, tell the kids to go and watch TV, whatever it is, get outside, go on the race, do something. Don't think too much because motivation is about doing it and I usually say perfectioning. As you do it, you start perfectioning because you start doing more and more and doing better because you know what makes you feel better. Everyone wants to feel good. Everyone, nobody wants to feel bad. So when you feel it, we are like this. You feel it, you do it again. And then tomorrow again. And the day after again. Each day, do what works for you.
I love everything you said because I couldn't, I'm like shaking my head. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree because it's so true that like, I remember posting this one time that I don't feel good after my workout. No one has ever said. We always feel good
Nobody.
after a workout, especially when we really challenge ourselves. We're like, ah, that felt so good. We might feel sore, but no matter what, we feel accomplished, right? So I love everything you said. I would love if you could share a little bit more about the
Yeah.
Alpha Project because I'm curious what you've created because it sounds remarkable and I know you've put your heart into this and I know you're having quite success with it. I'm sure even more over this whole pandemic.
Yeah. Well, the other project is a home and functional workout that will suit everybody. And when I say everybody, yes, someone that never trained from athletes. We have members from everywhere in the world. How it works. You get in touch with us via the link in my bio or send us an email or a direct message. We've got an amazing team. Then at the moment, we've got a waiting list, but we are constantly reviewing that and expanding because my goal is to help as many people as possibly can. I don't have a number in my head, but I just want anyone that willing to change their lives and want to do something, we are here to help. And when I say anyone, it's because that's what I'm very proud of. And I say that from the bottom of my heart, because every exercise, every diet works. The reason why people don't carry on doing it is because they don't have the support. That's something that we pride ourselves very much, because once you become a member, you get interviewed, we understand your necessity, and we will design a program for you. So say, for example, Erica, if you and your best friend join, your programs are going to be totally different because your goal will be different from hers. And you download the app once you become a member, and via the app, you get your workouts changed every 4 weeks. You have support 24 hours a day. If you have an issue, you need to drop a message. We also have groups for coaching calls with me and other members of our team. And I think that's the bit that a lot of people enjoy very much. The coaching calls where we try to motivate each other. We laugh, we celebrate, we share tips. And also we help each other, because the maintenance of my idea is, at some point, I want all my alphas, as I tell them this, I want them all to tell me, Jamile, thank you very much, bye. That's my goal, because that's when I will know that they can fly away alone. But because we keep challenging and we know that we can always get better, they don't leave. So, which is lovely, lovely. But the Alpha Project is about getting you to become the alpha that you deserve to be. The life is yours. It's for you to take ownership of it and remember who you truly are, because you were born knowing that. Life makes you forget. You see children, they're incredibly confident. Yeah, children, right. Even the timid ones. So as soon as they know that they can do something, they go ahead and carry on doing it. We grow up to forget these things. So it's about taking ownership. The things that I'm strong at, you aren't. The things that you are good at, I'm not. But we're all strong in different ways. So it's about unlocking your strengths and making them better for you. That it needs to suit your needs. And that's what I keep saying to everyone. We've got couples, I've got a family of 8 members in our project. They're from California, and they are like amazing. They are competitive. They don't great. Talk, and they have different workouts. But it's lovely to see that, because it's a good competition. It's unlocking in them all the desire to actually, I got this. I actually can do this. Our body is a perfect machine. You don't need equipment, don't need a machine to become one. Just need the Alpha Project.
That sounds so remarkable. I love it. So it sounds like it's based on somebody's goals, you then implement, or you provide them with the exercises, like videos of workouts to do, and also a diet plan. And it's a 4-week program. Is that how it works?
In terms, yes, we will provide individualized workouts. It's for your needs. After our interview, we will understand what are your needs, what you want to achieve. And we are very honest, because the relationship between the coach and the client needs to be, it's all confidential, but it needs to be incredibly, it's a two-way. The coach needs to be comfortable with the client and vice versa. So once there is a match, is a marriage. So the honesty, the communication needs to be very tight. I usually say I don't usually coach a family, friends, because I'm terrified that they're gonna see a horrible side of me because we need to keep pushing. So I usually send them to other people in the team. But it's very individualized. When it comes to the diet, we have a nutritionist and on the program that if you can have access to, but what we do, we just try and give tips about healthy eating. If you do need a specific diet, or if we realize that perhaps it's time to do that, then we send you to the specialist. Again, because it's incredibly important that a doctor, a specialist, analyzes your needs, and that involves testing and other stuff that I much rather have someone that is qualified to do that, to take care of.
That's amazing. It sounds like a remarkable program. I love it. Well, just actually, I don't want to forget to mention this. So you were named by Hollywood Digest, the 9 top influencers to follow in 2020. And you're alongside Gary Vee, Jay Shetty, which is the best of the best. So that's so remarkable. And then also you were recognized by US Today as one of the most powerful women in the world. So how did you build up this reputation? I know you talked about, or I'm aware that you had a problem with your social media and you lost all your followers and you had to rebuild it. But how did you gain this reputation? I mean, that's a pretty powerful thing to hold a standard of.
Yeah, I mean, it's we live in a very fast world, isn't it? Everything happens really fast, and the word for our generation is definitely connection and network. And I love people. I love meeting people. I love talk. I don't care if you have one follower or if you have 10 million. And I do have friends like that. I'm going to answer you. Today, I will be honest. Sometimes it takes me longer to answer, but I will make sure that everyone gets an answer. I always have been attentive to people because I always remember how I used to feel when I used to get in touch with people that I admire and they responded to me. So I think if you are taking the time to talk to me, it's a must. Make time to speak to you. And that's why I don't post every day. I used to, but as it grew, I no longer post every day. I do engage a lot on my stories, but I will post 3 times. People say, marketers say, that's not the strategy you need to do every day. And I'm like, yeah, carry on doing what works for you. For me, it works this way because
it's a blessing. If you don't have to post every day, that's a blessing.
But because I like to engage, I like to reply to people. I want to know what they want to know. I want to answer the questions. So I believe that the reason why it has grown is because I enjoy doing what I do. I don't find it that is a hassle. I don't find that it's tiring. I am who I am. I remember in the beginning, I used to feel incredibly uncomfortable coming talking and seeing my face and my head and my makeup. And it was the moment that I realized, you know what, they're going to get me as I am. And I talk to my people, my pajamas, my dressing gown with my hair. You've seen it. So when I decide to be myself, people start accepting me for who I am. So the ones that stayed or came back, as you mentioned, I lost my account. It was a while ago. Actually, was 24 hours before I launched the Alpha project. My account got hacked.
Divine timing, right?
Yes. So I delayed 2 weeks, and then I decided I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I thought if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. People that want me, they will find me. So I created a new account, and then I couldn't be happier. The comeback is always stronger. Yeah. And I was so determined to do it that I was like, fine, let's rebrand. Let's start again. I just thought there was a great opportunity to do it again. So when people say, like, how did it all happen? It's very easy to now look back and say, oh, well, it was really natural and organic because it was. But in the beginning, it was a lot of hard work and a sense of giving, which for me, it's fine because I am a giver. I love giving. Yeah, I love giving. So giving, I think maybe because of my background as a lecturer of sharing and make sure that everyone understood and helping others. I love that. I get so happy every time that someone gets it or understands what I'm saying or trying to share. So about giving. So the take, which is a lot more, I think I'm very blessed because I take a lot, the love, the care, the support that I receive is great. But those titles, I'm still getting used to it. This whole thing of the most powerful. I remember going under the duvet hiding, going like, what? Especially
like that's something to live up to.
I was like, no. And in the middle of the pandemic, there was something that I made the choice. I thought, that's it. I'm not going to charge anyone for 3 months when it comes, the actual members. I don't want them to pay for the Alpha project. I just wanted them to be sane. We've worked so hard. I don't want the burden of the financial, I forgot the word now, the financial burden into them to come as well. And yes. I was blessed to have a lot more people coming. When we created the Alpha project 3 years ago, all the gyms were open. People had all the options that they could. So they would come to me if they wanted to. But then it became a necessity. So I just thought there was time for more than ever to give back. So every day I was posting workouts for free on my Instagram and gaining new clients. So I think the answer to that, how it all happened, I think it happened as a result of a lot of hard work and being blessed, because we cannot deny his work.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, and the importance of giving more, no matter what,
Mhm.
just give more, and it will always eventually come back
Yeah,
to you regardless. I completely agree.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. So I know you mentioned, okay, well, during, of course, the pandemic, so many of us need to do home workouts now. And I know a lot of people, and I think people are adjusting because it's been, what, 8 months now, which is insane to even say. But for those that are still struggling with the home workouts, and they think that they need a machine to work out. Like, for example, I just got recently, I do Pilates on the Megaformer usually, and recently launched, there's this machine called the Microformer, and now I have it at home. So now I do have a machine, which before I just used my own body weight, I use cables, bands, whatever. But we really don't need machines to work out. And I think so many people have that stuck in their head, like, oh, for me to train all these things, I need a machine. But really, we could do every workout by our own body weight bands, or like, and really we could work out anywhere. Like, we could use our bed, our couch. So what do you say for those people that are still kind of doubting that they can't? I mean, we could accomplish so much with our body, with our health, just by using what we already have, which is pretty much our own body weight, So I'm curious what you
Mhm,
have to
mhm.
say to that.
I always say, come to me and I'll show you. That's usually my answer. We have male and female customers. Yes, the majority are women, and it's actually quite cute to see their wives start and suddenly the husband see the difference. They're like, oh, do you think? And they're like, oh, talk to the Millie. And then we get a total different workout for them. We have athletes, footballers. We've got a lot of people that will come and join the program for their own needs, and we will design something for them. I think the words that often we forget is that we humans were made to be mobile. We were made to move. Yeah, a child, a 2-year-old, if you watch it, they are squatting beautifully all the time. As we get older, we forget to do the move. And as you get older, it's more and more important that you become mobile. And one of the things that I love the most about the home workout, the functional workout, using your body weight, is that you connect with your body. You learn your limitations. You learn how, with technique, obviously, is incredibly important. It's primordial. It's actually, don't DIY when it comes to this. Don't, okay? Do not hire someone that can help you. We had teachers at school to help us learn to read. We had someone to teach us how to drive. You do need someone to help you with the home workouts. And I appreciate that I find a lot of people doing the best that they can for free on YouTube, here on Instagram. But it's really important that you are careful. And it is baby steps. So when people say to me, oh, does it really work? We've got hundreds of examples of how it works, and as long as you do what you're being told, it doesn't
Yeah, that's key, right?
work.
You're actually doing it. Yes.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think the issue that people have is like, I hear that quite a lot. Jamile, I'm quite concerned because I don't know if I can do at home. And that's where coaching comes into, to try and teach people to understand that if you don't have 30, 60 minutes that you are choosing to have in your own home, what else do you have in your life? Because usually people go like, oh, I need to get out of the house to do something. So it will help them to understand that you can educate your household. You can actually start educating yourself that time is for you to do that. We do that with work. We do that when we are ironing, washing, cooking. We concentrate and focusing on activity. Why not when you are working out? Yeah, so often people get embarrassed because of the partner, the spouse, or the children. We can work that out in a way that will function for you. So does it work? Absolutely.
Yeah.
How does it work? Come to us and we'll show you.
I love that. Yes, I completely agree. It's really just making a choice to make it work, right? There's solution to everything, and we've learned during the pandemic we have to pivot, we have to adjust, we have to, figure out new ways to do things. And so I love that so many people during this time have provided free workouts because so many people needed it. A lot of women are used to taking classes because it gives them the motivation and it teaches them how to do things properly, but it's been so useful, I'm sure, for so many people. So I'm curious, what are some health hacks that have really um, helped you in your life, like for years, or just something you implemented recently, maybe during the pandemic? Or what has been some health hacks that you're like, wow, this is a game changer. I highly recommend this. I'm curious of yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple that I live by, and I'm always sharing on my social media. But I would say I would gladly say that for over 5 years now I haven't had a cold, and I swear by the fact that I have tried to help my body to become less acid and more alkaline. And I'm pretty sure that the lemon shots that I take every single day when I wake up has a lot to do with it. To the point that I have tried and tested in my own child. My son, the first sign of a sore throat, I'm like, lemon shot now with
Is it just
ginger
straight
and
lemon? Oh, okay.
straight lemon, squeeze one lemon, grate some ginger, fresh ginger, a tiny bit of turmeric, and down it while fasting. First thing in the morning. You're not gonna hear good morning from me until I have my shot. That's my priority. And I say that that's really important to me because it's my first act of self-love.
Yes.
I'm prioritizing my health. It's not just the discipline of doing it. It's not because people say, "Oh, it's horrible." Medicine tastes a lot worse. So if it's to prevent, I'm going to take anything. So and I'm not saying that it's just that. It's a combination of things, but it gives me the hit of the turmeric. It makes me smile. I am cutting the lemon. I'm grating the ginger for me, for nobody
Love
else.
that.
That's me doing something for myself. So this is something that I swear by. If I travel, I take them with me. If I'm here in Brazil, obviously I'm at home, so I can do everything here. But I wake up in the morning at 4:45 in the morning, like a zombie, and I get in the kitchen. It's just the dog looking at me, looking seriously, and I'm like, yes, I'm making my ginger, and I'm suddenly like ready to go and do my multi class. So I swear by it. That's one of them, and in no particular order of importance. As well, about 5 years ago, I came across with the practice of meditation, and I started doing myself and researching about it myself and practicing and seeing a change. But it was the moment that I was blessed enough to go to Bali in Indonesia, and I immersed myself in the understanding of what meditation and mind means. That my life changed, not just one part. It's my whole life, and it's incredible to see how those around me have also changed out of their lives as well. My two best friends when it comes to health.
Mm. I love that. I love that. I think it's so important what you mentioned. The whole idea of waking up and the first thing you're doing something for you that's really serving you to optimize yourself in the morning and start your day off
Yes.
right.
Just
Right.
to add to that, yeah, and just to add to that, it's like
Hmm.
it is to celebrate my health. It's to
Yes.
show
Yes.
gratitude. I am obliged to look after my health. Our health, is given to us for free. The
Mm.
deed we pay every single day. I wake up in the morning and there's a joke in my family. They cannot believe, always, as a child, I remember my cousins, family members saying, why do you always wake up smiling? Why are you always so happy? Because I wake up literally like I'm so excited to see the sun. I'm not good. I'm not a night person. I'm a day person.
Yeah.
So when I wake up, that I realize that I made it. I'm like, I made it. So many people did not make it this morning. So many people went to bed last night and did not make it. So I have to pay my deed. I have to do something to show gratitude to that. And as you do, and you feel better, you got to do it again. So it is really important, and it's about doing it. I don't know, if you are listening to this right now, I urge you to just try, anything that makes you happy, that is good for you, just try and repeat over and over again, and you will see magic happen.
Yes, I love that. That is so key, is celebrating our health. It is so health is wealth, right? If we don't have our health, we have nothing. And I really believe in that. That's why I really wanted to dedicate a season on this podcast to health and wellness, because not only to take everything we've been through, which of course actually is jeopardizing our health if we're not cautious, the whole COVID, and then also our health, our well-being, of how we're handling things, how it's affecting us, our stress, how we're managing it, how we're pivoting, how to stay positive, and like all these things, it all affects our health and our well-being. So I really wanted to put a season completely, every topic I could think of under health and wellness, because not only for this year, but also to take us into 2021 with a whole new foundation that is going to, because I really believe that our health and how we feel in our body. Fitness has been a part of my life since I was probably like 13, pretty young as well. And I know that when you feel good in your body, when you feel healthy, you're energized, you look better, you glow. Like, it really ripples into other things. So I just think it's so important to really celebrate our health and take care of it. Like you said, it's free. We have the ability to take care of our health. It's just having the
Absolutely.
knowledge, as you shared, like that one thing, that shot. I know I was doing a similar shot during the beginning of the pandemic just to help improve our immune system.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's so great keeping that positive attitude and just celebrating. And
Yes.
yeah, I love that.
And we can all do it. We can all do it, and it's all about building. What you're doing is fantastic, Erica, because it is a community that is getting together to help each other. People listening. We, like, I go back to what I said at the beginning. We're all about the senses, instead of listening to what the radio, the TV are poison our bodies and our minds with dead information. Let's be positive and get together with people that will bring the best out of us. And there are plenty of amazing people out there. And the more you do it, the more you attract this kind of people into your life. And then it becomes this huge bubble of positivity. And we get through difficult times. We will get through this. We all will get through this. We just
Absolutely.
need to remain sane. And our sanity, a lot of it is in our hands. We have control. We just need to act. Stop talking, stop wondering, and getting fearful. Fear is one of the worst nightmares for health. It lowers your immune system. If you are fearful, you don't sleep. Then you raise your cortisol levels. Then you put on weight. Then you get stressed. Then it's a downhill,
Yes.
you never stop. So just stop and start doing little things, baby steps, and you will see the positive signs coming straight into you.
I love that. Yes, absolutely. And I agree that just we have to take ownership of our life. And that's the one thing, is like, we need to take the steps, the little steps every day to get closer to our goals, or even just closer to achieving a better life, right? Staying positive, and our health and everything we could possibly improve on our own. So I completely agree. I hear your cute dog barking in the
I'm
background.
ever so sorry.
No,
I'm
don't
ever
worry.
so
I
sorry.
think it's great. It's an extra addition. I love it. What type of dog do you have?
Well, we've got two. We've got a golden retriever, and we've got a mixed one that was left on our doorsteps eight
Oh.
years ago, and he's the loud one. He's
Oh.
the one that's like, I'm here. So he's by the pool downstairs. So he keeps, and if the birds go, because the birds goes like to dive in the pool, he like
Uh,
screams. So I am sorry if you can
no,
hear him.
don't even apologize. You know what? I've gotten used to this home atmosphere. Like, whenever happens, I'm like, just embrace it. It's fun. It makes it more like natural. Like, this is our environment we're living in right now. And the
Real.
fact that you're
Yeah.
in Brazil, I'm in
Yeah.
Los
Yeah.
Angeles,
Yeah.
technology, thank you for this blessing that we
Thank
could.
you.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
so great. Well, this has been so phenomenal. I'm curious if you were to share one piece of advice with any, you've shared so much goodness already, but if you were to share one piece of advice, if you were to write a book and that would be on the first page, what would that be with everybody?
Remember that you were made to be yourself. Don't you ever try and copy or attempt to be anyone else, because that's a recipe for disaster. Just be the best you that you can be. There's nobody else like you. You are yourself. So just be the best you that you can be.
Yeah, I completely agree. I believe that that is our superpower, us being us. Just be
Yeah,
you. That is your superpower. I love that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Jamile, this has been such an honor. How can people best find you and get inspired by you and get a kick-ass body like yourself? Where can people best find you?
Well, definitely my Instagram at Jamile Davies, TikTok at Jamile Davies, Facebook at Jamile Davies. I'm very active on Instagram, but drop me an email. Visit the www.jamile.online, which is the Alpha Project website. Send me a DM, send a smoke sign, fireworks, anything. I will find you if you need me. But most of all, just make sure that, if you need me for anything, it doesn't need to necessarily be a question regarding the Alpha Project or everything that has been achieved by me. But if you want, it needs time to give. Don't forget, whatever I'm saying here, I'm holding myself accountable for it. If anybody listening to this needs some help, needs some tip, drop me a DM, because that's my favorite thing to do, meeting new people and helping you. So if you need, you make sure that you find me.
I completely agree that you are so attentive. You are so sweet. When we connected in the DMs
Oh,
from our mutual friend that you were also on her podcast, Amberly Lago, I could tell right away that it was going to be a fun conversation. You would be able to, that I would connect with you because you just show up like fully alive and you're ready to be supportive. So it's so great. Thank you.
oh, thank you, Erica. But that's just because you are too. Yeah, we
Oh,
attract each other. That's just I'm just mirroring probably who you are.
no, you're so sweet. It's so true, right? Thank you so
Yes.
much, Amelia. This has been amazing. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you for having me. Thank you so very much for having me. Guys, make sure that you follow this beautiful Erica. And I'll
Oh,
tell all my people to follow you and download this podcast, because I cannot wait to listen to all the episodes now.
you're so sweet. Thank you so much.